boys and girls. My name is Tostky, and this is Tostky Reads Homestuck. When we last left off, everybody was back. So, or at least Risco's back, so I guess that's enough. And we found out that they were sleeping, so I don't know. Shit's happening, so there you go. That's your recap. Alright. Dave. Is it time yet? Vriska, no. How about now? No. Dave, we've been waiting for 3 years. 3 years is a pretty long time. Long enough for me to have picked up the habit of calling them years instead of the far more sensible unit of measurement, sweeps. I think you should be able to survive just a little longer. I still don't understand what's supposed to happen. He's just supposed to, appear? That's my understanding. Yes. You mean here, on this frog circle thing. I don't know, somewhere in this session, at which point, if he has any brain at all, he'll seek us out. So Jade came on a gold ship through a tiny window, apparently, but John wasn't on it. Well, his corpse was, somewhere, but that John doesn't matter anymore. Kind of like how there was a bird version of you out there, now presumed dead, who also didn't matter. The real John and the other Lalonde girl will spontaneously appear from a different reality. I determined a lot of this through my time travel reconnaissance work upon arriving in this session. Sorry to steal all the timey thunder from the great Night of Time, end quote, but someone had to take the initiative and go on a fact-finding mission. No, it's cool. You can have that thunder if you want it. Rose, when exactly is this supposed to happen? Soon. And she's unhurt? Will she remember our brief encounter? This is a totally different Lalonde girl. Things went differently for her, so she'll have different memories. I have no idea if you and she interacted at all in her timeline. Excuse me? I don't know the full extent of John's alt reality experiences either, but apparently things went raw for them in about as many ways as you can imagine, presumably because I wasn't around to keep everyone's shit in order. Tavros sprite. Oh, snap, Vriska. Aha, but yeah, I agree with the sentiment largely. Of you being more competent than most people in general, Vriska. Thanks, Tavros. Horny smiley face. Horned smiley face. That's much better. Hey, look. I know I'm not considered important enough for... Wait a minute. Hold on a second here. I gotta just... Yeah, okay. I know I'm not considered important enough to be in the loop on certain key tactical decisions anymore. And that I don't really know what's going on most of the time, and therefore I'm forced to take any bullshit that happens with a grain of snack mineral big enough to bludgeon a man to death. But if it's not too much trouble, Vriska, maybe you could take a moment to explain why Tavros is now a sprite, and Equius too, and also why Equius is wearing a new pair of moronic-looking sunglasses. Thanks in advance. Sorry if you're having trouble keeping up with the times, Carcat. I didn't explain it because I thought the nature of development was fairly self-evident. I mean, no offense, but I didn't hear anyone else voicing any confusion. What about you, Kanye? Do you think it was fairly self-evident? I thought it was fairly self-evident. Yeah, see? You apparently took it upon yourself to prototype the 3-year-old cadaver of 2 of our deceased friends. No, I got that. I'm not a fucking idiot. I mean, where did you find these unprototyped kernels? Didn't these people already enter their sessions? Yes, they did months ago from the current frame of reference, but this is a void session, Cardcat. I thought we talked about this. Huh? A void session, by definition, is one where the players enter the game with the kernels unprototyped. As such, it becomes totally dysfunctional. It can't bear fruit because there's no battlefield in Skya, unless you go through to the trouble of putting one there, of course, which the Condescence has already done for us, via Grimbark Jade. Prior to our arrival. Quite considerate of her, really. This is aside from the point, though. The bottom line is that in this session comes courtesy with 4 unprototyped kernels waiting to be put to use. So not being one to let a sweet perk go to waste, I took initiative and put 2 of them to use myself. Really, this is basic stuff. Or some basic stuff. And I'm sure we went over it all at one point during our trip. We did. Carcat, don't you remember when I walked everyone through this? I was making extensive notes in my journal when I looked away for a moment. You and Dave wrestled the tome away and began scribbling phalluses in it like while giggling like children. Maybe? I guess that rings a dong shouter. A what, dude, Lamau? What? Shut up. Look, a lot has happened in 3 years. We've all been through stuff. Or, we've all been through stuff. Am I really expected to remember every tedious morsel of exposition from our resident light bores? Rose, get a load of this ungrateful Philistine. He doesn't deserve our fucking acumen. Between your nerdish obsession over the knowledge granted by our aspect and my unprecedented ability to weaponize said knowledge with ruthless gamesmanship, oh boy, that's a great line. We are double-handedly saving the asses of everyone on this team. I'm glad at least one person here appreciates this categorical certainty. Hey, I appreciate that categorical certainty. Whom do you think I was referring to? Wow, okay, what the fuck ever to that vainglorious load of crap. I'm still spouting off here, I think. That's fine, Carcat. Take all the time you need to collect yourself, and continue frothing at the mouth whenever you are ready. Okay, I figured out some stuff I'm still either pissed off and or confused about. You say there are 4 kernels here. You know, we did lose more than 2 friends on that meteor. Which reminds me, I guess I should say, hi Tavros and Equius. Again? Nice to see you guys back with us. Sort of. Carcat. Pardon me if I can't get too sentimental about the reunion, since along the way here we ran into about 10 different versions of you stupid ghosts. Oh, of your stupid ghosts. My apologies. That kind of lets a little air out of the poignancy balloon. Sorry. Hey, buddy. Wonk. Don't wink at me. Greetings, old friends. Not to worry, I have stored enough poignancy in my having balloon-like pectorals for the both of us. Though I should clarify that approximately half of my personally couldn't give the faintest fidgeting horse dump about you or your sentimental notions. Also, I am very busy here, so stop talking to me completely. Ha 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 ha. Oh man, classic. Ha ha ha? Okay, that was weird. Yeah. And speaking of weird, one thing that bugs me about this is, I guess it implies you've been hoarding the bodies of our dead friends for the past 3 years. That's a bit fucked up, even for you. And not to get too macabre, but I would have thought you would have, rotted by now or something. Yes, there was some moderate decomposition. I did my best to preserve them for the journey, after quickly rounding up the bodies while people had their backs turned. Well, shit. That's a hell of a mystery that I always thought was a mystery, but found it too disturbing to contemplate solving. But damn if it didn't just get solved, so that's fucked up. If you would stop being a wuss for half a second about a bunch of corpses, I'll explain my reasoning. These are the only 2 sprites I had any intention of using for resurrection purposes. I brought Tavros back because, let's face it, that was kind of my fault for unnecessarily impaling him with his own lance and all. It was my responsibility to make amends for that, so I did. Aw, yeah. Tavros, don't interrupt. Whoops. Then I made Arqueus Sprite happen because, first of all, he's a national fucking treasure. Literally everything he says is perfect and hilarious, and if I hear a single word to the contrary from the peanut gallery, the motherfucker with a beef rockets... Yeah, a motherfucker with a beef rockets to the top of my shit list. So please, I enthusiastically invite one of you to... no-taste mouth breathers to talk smack about the A-man. Make my day. Riss, yo, nobody's arguing with you on that. Everybody here thinks he's pretty cool. Just enough freak show steps removed from being my bro, I guess enough to make me not feel like, Dave, don't interrupt either. Nobody's allowed to interrupt me when I'm talking up Arqueus Sprite. That's the rule. Owned. Wow, owned. Oh, shut the fuck up. Second, the guy is a fucking tactical genius, totally conniving and calculating and unafraid to use methods that are just a bit morally dubious to achieve his objectives. And since I can't stick around for too long, your party is going to need someone like that. Besides, it seems like a really fitting fate for Equius. He genuinely seems to be more comfortable with this state of existence, and seems to be a lot happier than I ever remember him being when he was alive. So I'm perfectly willing to do him this solid. After all, he did help me out when I blew my arm off. So now we're square. You mean triangular. What? Triangular. I don't. It's the shape of my clop glasses. I guess damned, but whatever. Oh! I see what I mean, guys. He's a fucking riot. Agreed. Thank you for the strong endorsement. Low blood / person I've never heard of and don't care about. Ha 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 ha. Enthusiastic laughing ensues. I'll be finished my work here momentarily. Excuse me, Mr. Arqueus, what exactly are you doing to her? I'm disabling her tiara top. It is extremely delicate work, not to be trusted to human hooves. Yes, I've also decided it is imperative to reclaim Crocker from the condescence before she can wake up and cause more trouble. Her powers will be incredibly advantageous to winning the battle ahead, if you can keep her out of harm's way. In addition to providing her general purpose resortative? Yeah, or providing her general purpose resortative capabilities. Okay. Sure, context helps. She also represents one extra life for everybody, and since heroic deaths could be getting handed out like inexpensive tobacco flutes pretty soon, I'm guessing this boon is going to come in handy. Or gonna come in handy. So, what about our other dead friends? Huh? You know, Nepeta, Eridan. Oh, right, them. I was getting to that. Oh, okay. I know we talked a lot of strategy in advance, Vriska, but I really don't remember you mentioning a plan to prototype our friends' courses. What? Excuse me. I really don't remember you mentioning a plan to prototype our friends' corpses. Might have been nice to get a heads up. Not to mention, or not to make a bad punt on account of the fact that most of their heads were literally severed. Oh, yes, good pun. Yeah, sorry. I had a lot of logistics buzzing around in my brain. It's hard to keep you appraised of everything that crosses my mind. I promise I'll be as thorough and transparent about my motives as I can from now on. Okay, Pyrope? Okay. Smiley. So after prototyping Tavros and Equius, that leaves 4 remaining dead friends, but only 2... excuse me. 4 remaining dead friends, but only 2 empty kernels. Obviously, this presents quite a dilemma. Well, okay, technically 3.5 friends, whatever the fuck that means. Nepeta, Feferi, Eridan, and Solix's dead body, with his half-ghost floating out there with the radia. I know that caveat sounds stupid as hell, but let's not get hung up on it. The fact is, we've got 4 corpses, but only 2 slots remaining, and there's no way I'm going to lump their bodies into the same sprite to make a pair of freaks resigned to an existential hell worse than death. Except in Arqueus Sprite's case, since those 2 nutjobs mesh with each other's personalities so phenomenally. I must compliment the exquisite judgment you've shown in this matter, but if I may suggest, nay, perhaps command, you should prototype the 2 royal bloods and be done with it. They deserve it. No, Arqueus, your reservation is noted, but the hemospectrum is bullshit. I'm not going to factor it. It's not going to factor into this decision. I strongly disagree, but also sort of don't care, as you were. So considering that there are 4 left, and I can't personally say that any is more deserving of life than the others, I intend to let them all rest in peace. That is my ruling. I am inclined to call it final. They can live out the rest of their afterlives in the dream bubbles, which still need to be saved from Lord English, lest we forget. But of greater importance here is the fact that this leaves 2 empty kernels as a resurrection backup, in case 1 or 2 of you jokers dies in the line of duty once too often. Believe me, you'll thank me later for thinking this all through so well in advance. Okay, that's a good reason to have spare kernels, but maybe we should back up a bit. I'm not sure your verdict on our dead friends is totally airtight, or that you have the authority to make a final ruling. Come on, Terezi, I'm not saying I'm an authority on mortality here. Oh. I only said my ruling was final because my logic was so impeccable. It was kind of like a figure of speech. Yeah, right. Let's think it through a little more. Solix's help, or half ghost. That's sure. That's an F, not a P. Solix's half ghost is perfectly happy out there with Aradia. We've seen him and confirmed it ourselves, so there's no reason to consider him. And Eridan, he murdered Fafiri and tried to kill Kanye and Solix. He doesn't even deserve to be in the running. But Nepeta and Fafiri, what did they ever do to anybody? Yes, this is my point exactly. I don't want to be the arbitrator or the arbiter of Eridan's value as a person because of the mistakes he's made, or Fafiri's, or Nepeta's, or Solix's, or anybody's. The only reason I chose these two over others is on account of taking responsibility for some nasty shit I personally did, plus also some tactical considerations for the greater good. But that's different. I would think you, of all people, would be on the same page as me when it comes to taking responsibility for your own actions, while in the same stride, not judging others for their misdeeds too harshly. But if you feel comfortable continuing to crown yourself as the Queen of Justice, then be my guest. Oh, give me a break. I think we both know the justice issues here are pretty cut and dried. Solix wants to be where he is. Eridan is a murderous douche. The girls are innocent. I say we bring them back. You're here. Terezi, please, let's not bicker in front of the party. We need to be showing solidarity here. We do? Yes. We are equally important to the party as its overarching executives, the ones with the most experience in the department of guile and ruthlessness. I may project my voice louder than you, and borrow the spotlight for a little longer, but you are always the soul of Team Scourge. I couldn't be doing this without you. I wouldn't even want to. Aww. Yeah, okay. You're right. I'm behind you all the way. Eight-eyed Smiley. Or Spider Smiley, I guess. I stated my case, but if you really want to revive them, that's fine with me. I've got the torso parts with me right here, so feel free to round them up and prototype them anytime. You do? Where? In the Hunger Drunk. I've stashed all the spare remains there to keep them fresh, along with our final living party member. Huh? Honk. Oh. Well, yeah. I think, I'll revive them a little later. Yeah, later. Suit yourself. Oh boy, it's a fridge. It's a locked up fridge. And the mayor's still doing it. Anyway. So, I am inferring correctly, or am I inferring correctly from some shit I just heard that, inferring what? That Vriska is like the de facto team leader now? Or Vriska and Terezi? I don't know. I never understood the Scourge shit. You two have always been like this scheming, giggling enigma huddled together in Peapod for hella self-tickled murder dorks. Goddamn phlegm. Couldn't for the life of me figure out what you've been getting up to on that meteor. Is this it? Is what it? The plan you were hatching all along, is this like your big move? Your power play to usurp Karkat as team leader finally? Oh, brother. Dave, no, this isn't a coup. It's just common sense rearing its ugly head for a change. Oh, got it. Good. Wait, no, don't got it. Urgh. It sounds like you're just like being the leader now because you want to and making all the plans because nobody else wants to or really cares. I mean, not that I even care either. I just want to set the record straight. Karkat, are you cool with this? Sigh. Karkat. Yo, Karkat. What? Oh my god, dude, were you just not listening to any of that? To what? What's happening? Or happening now? Ha ha ha. Man, how long have you been tuning all this shit out? I mean, I literally just said I don't give a fuck about any of the shit Vriska is saying, so maybe I'm not one to talk. But at least I had the decency to actually be joking about that. What the fuck are you even doing? Sorry, I'm guilty. I zoned out on some of Sirket's self-important blither and was carrying a private conversation with the mayor. Is that okay? Dude, you don't have to get the go-ahead from me. Shoring up a little one-on-one time with the mayor is literally always acceptable. What were you talking about? It's private. It's private. I didn't hear you mumbling anything, though. We were mostly communicating through a series of simple gestures. I was talking smack about certain people here and chose to remain discreet about it. No, yeah, I know what this is all about. How when you talk to the mayor and most of the time words aren't even necessary, like he just knows. Man, the mayor's so wonderful. I love him so much. Hey, let's all take turns hugging him. No, that's fucking stupid. Just, what were you saying when I was spacing out just then? Oh, nothing really. Just wondering how you felt about Vriska usurping your leadership role, and if maybe you wanted to throw a vintage shit fit about that, or, ha ha, ha ha, ha ha, ha ha, ha ha. That's a good one, Dave. Wow. Ha 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 ha. Me, leader? Too funny. I am entirely and singularly baffled that it could even still occur to anyone to entertain the notion that I might still be playing any role even within sniffing orbit of a leadership position of this ridiculous party. When was the last time I did anything of a leader-like nature without being trumped by Vriska's Machiavellian limelight gluttony? Or for that matter, when was the last time there was actually anything leaderly to do? That didn't involve snuggling up on the couch to watch Good Luck Chuck for the 500th time. Good movie. Well, not really good movie. Enjoyable movie. I have seriously just been assuming her complete takeover of all leadership duties was some what? Fight to accomplish shit for the what the fuck? What is this? Fate accompli? Why are we speaking Latin? Also, why don't I have headphones on? That would have been very nice in knowing what was going on with sound.
Fait accompli.
Fait accompli. Fait accompli.
Fait accompli.
Yeah, fait accompli. Wow. With some fait accompli shit for 3 solid years, and have since been enjoying the peace and quiet of zero responsibilities, which is why, quite frankly, I've been able to keep my blood pressure down, and now resemble the living embodiment of zen and fucking tranquility, which presently basks before you in a state of frothing euphoria hobbled turdvana. Really, turdvana. Just... My man said turdvana. Okay, so vintage shit fit it is. Carcat, that was a beautiful soliloquy of acceptance and understanding of your role, due to acknowledgement of your overwhelming personal limitations. But be that as it may, you still actually do need to be paying attention here so you can keep up with the plan. While I may be the leader now, this may be the last day I see any of you for a very long time. Someone's going to need to step up when I'm gone. Alright, Sirket, then I'll make this a lot easier for you and the team as a whole. Starting now, I hereby renounce my role as a leader of this group, or any, ever. Or forever. Vriska, along with her tactical virtuosity and monstrous ego, are more than suited for the role. And if, when, and to wherever she eventually decides to fuck off for mysterious, yet to be explained reasons, then anybody else who feels inclined to can slide right into that position, so long as it isn't me. Great, it's settled. I'm the leader. I gladly accept the baton you are going to such lengths to pass to me. Carcat, honored in fact. Not everyone is nearly as passionate about labels or ranks as you. In fact, I'm pretty whatever about the distinction, but your melodramatic endorsement of my abilities is appreciated. I have no other way to vocalize that. Yeah, just... It works so much better. Excuse me, Miss Leader. Not that it would ever occur to me to cast the slightest doubt on your strategic expertise. But I was wondering when you were planning on getting to the actual strategy part of this meeting. Glad you asked, Miriam. Way to keep the meeting on point. Remind me to give you a promotion. A promotion to what? Nothing. Nobody's getting a promotion. It was a joke. Fuck. The answer is very soon as Egbert and Lalonde get here, which should be right about... Just give it another second or two. Right, Vriska. Right about... Yo, can we maybe bust out some refreshments while we wait for this totally imminent thing to transpire? Because Can I take a look in the fridge? There are no drinks in the fridge. What's in the fridge? Sorry, I think I missed that part of the conversation. Honk. Oh, yeah, never mind. Shh, 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 shh. Shut the fuck up. They're here. Oh, hey, they appear. There's no tree, though. That's a little saddening. Hi, John. Whoa. Hi, everybody. It's me, Dr. John. Whoa, whoa, he's really here, isn't he? Hey, John. Wow. Don't just mumble to yourself, you rude fuck. Say hello. Oh yeah, hey John, what's up? Hey Dave, not much. Hi again, Carcat. Haha, I only saw you like 5 minutes ago, but I guess that was years for you. Dang. You've probably been through a lot of silly nonsense, haven't you? Wait, never mind. You don't have to answer that. There will be plenty of time to catch up. Hi to everyone else, too. Oh man, I missed you all so much, even the people I don't know very well or haven't met yet. Oh, by the way, this is Roxy. She's my new friend, and we just went on a crazy adventure together to save the timeline and come find you all. So here we are. Hi. Oh no, it's Rose looking at her mom, and the opposite. It's Roxy looking at her mom. And she goes in for the hug, and she gets it. Doof. Super hug. Everyone's happy. Aww. John's marking out. There's more images, more pages. Oh, hey, Terezi. Hello, Egbert. Guess our plan worked out pretty well, huh? This session is is in much better shape than the last time I saw it. You really bailed us out. You're welcome. I mean, not that you specifically had anything to do with it. You were as much the beneficiary of your future self's crafty schemes as I was, so don't get too smug. No, I'm pretty comfortable being smug and taking credit for future me's idea. I've always been on excellent terms with my future self. She and I got along famously, or get along famously. Okay, whatever you say. Oh, that reminds me. I know the scarf agenda wasn't really your idea per se, but do you have any idea what all the stuffed dragon shit was about? Did that, like, actually serve a purpose in the timeline, or were you just fucking with me? I was almost certainly fucking with you. Oh, okay. Wow. Great. Good to know. Thanks for that, Terezi. That was really an awesome use of our time. I'm glad we are in a I'm glad we are in complete agreement. Wait, what? What's this about stuffed dragons? Terezi, what stupid thing did you make John do? I just sent him on a few totally indispensable mission critical errands is all. No big deal. Yeah, forget it. Long story short is I got owned. The end. By the way, good to see you again, Briska. Good to see you too, John. It's cool that you're alive now instead of being a cunning ghost pirate. I think your ways probably are more valuable to have here in the land of the living. At least I hope so. I couldn't agree more. I never got the chance to thank you for knocking me out a few years ago. I mean, obviously because I was unconscious, but thanks for that. I was being an idiot and deserved it. As a bonus, it apparently saved my life, so thanks. Someone is in fact in the fridge. You're a real friend. Don't mention it. I've received quite a few beatings in my time. And not only did I have each one coming, but they all led to big changes for me, on the road to becoming the impeccably evolved person I am now. So by that measure, it was probably the most critical smackdown of my entire life. That's cool. If you ever need another really important punch in the face, just let me know. I'm your man. Yes, the clown is in the fridge. Rose! Hi, John. Hi. Good to see you alive and well again. Not to mention in the correct timeline. Yes, you did it. I'm still a bit unclear on exactly what it is you did, but whatever it was, you sure did the hell out of it. Yeah. Thank you for returning with my Roxy. Ah. Thank you for returning with my Roxy is obviously the remark I meant to say and is the statement of a reasonable person. Of course. Really, it is so good to see you. I'd give you a hello hug, but you seem kinda tied up at the moment. Oh my gosh, how cute. Hello, Jake, right? Yes. You sent me a letter once, right? In the box full of weapons and a rabbit. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was me. Thanks for that. It was cool, and it made me really curious to meet you. Right, me too. Dot, dot, dot. I mean, curious to meet you, not me. Not the letter. I mean, that didn't make me. I mean, I was always curious to. Doggone it. What? Just, I had stuff I wanted to say when we met. There's so many people here. I don't. Sorry. It's okay. I understand. I'm shy too. Let's catch up sometime. Just you and me, man to man. Oh, roger that. Oh, hey, Tavros. Looks like you're here too. Hell, definitely. But don't worry, I'm not very shy. Yeah, I know. So you can feel free to say as many things to me in a conversation as you want. That's, nice to know. Maybe later. Hi, Dave. Hey, bro. You're back and alive, all because of me. I guess that's the thing we're all accepting as true. Yeah. It's okay. There's no need to thank me. I mean, I wasn't going to, but like, not as a means of being an arbitrary dick to my number one childhood pal from the past. I literally have no first-hand recognizance of ever being in danger. I just fucked around on a meteor for a bunch of years. And here I am, and so are you, which I think is pretty dope. It is very dope. Hey, Carcat, don't leave me hanging here. What? There is more than enough fist bump to go around for everybody. I left it hanging there just for you, but you're leaving me high and dry here, dude. Carcat, holy shit. Where are your manners? Leaving a fist unbumped like that? That is that yeah. This is a new low. Oh my god, you didn't have to you didn't leave your fist there hanging for me. You fist bumped Dave, then withdrew your fist to say some things, then reoffered your fist to me the moment you said don't leave me hanging. I saw you with my own eyes. Carcat, wow, that is really pedantic, and now you are actually leaving me hanging. In order to explain your nonsense, I'm this close to revoking your bumping privileges. God damn it, here. Bump. That's a really good image. Strider to the rescue. The fist bump has been secured. Dave, no, fuck. I wanted to do it of my own volition. This doesn't count. It's not real. Oh, it's real, buddy. Now I'm going to fist bump you later when I'm feeling it. But it's going to be fucking natural. Mark my words. We'll see, Carcat. We'll see. Wrecked. Aw, it's a sleeping Jade. Hey, Dave, why is Jade asleep? Also, Teen Nana, or Jane, I mean. Oh, yeah, Vriska had to knock them out. What? Why? They were kicking up a ruckus. Can't you wake them up? Don't wake them up. Or can you wake them up? Don't wake them up. Yeah, we can't. Some kind of brainwashing thing going on. Gotta keep them napping. Especially Jade. I'm sure you know what kind of crooked ass baloney fuck powers she got. Can't let her turn those against us. Right. She should have been pretty psyched to see you, though. Or she should be pretty psyched to see you. You think? Yeah. I don't know if you know this or not, but apparently, along the way, our version of John died, so she made the whole trip without you. Oh no. Yeah, this timeline was gearing up to be pretty tragic. I guess, but then you sorta Deus Ex'd out of nowhere and spared us those sad times. I mean, from your point of view, I guess it isn't Deus Ex shit. You were just the normal John you always were, all zipping around like a nerdy hyper god, saving everything from whatever. Excuse me. But from our standpoint, you kinda yanked yourself out of random ass nothing. But hey, you know what? I'll take it. Or, you know what? I'll take it. Man, I had no idea. I guess that's what Typhoeus meant. That's so sad. Poor Jade. I can't believe she had to spend all that time on the ship thinking I was dead. I mean, I guess I was dead, but you know what I mean. Are you sure we can't wake her up for a second just so she can see I'm alright? Aw, upset face. Feel free, but I have a feeling you'll just be joining her nap if you try. Darn, I guess we'll have to catch up later. Hey, what about Dave Sprite? Dead? No, that sucks too. Yeah, I guess so. You guess. It's a weird subject for me. Like, the guy was always on borrowed time, wasn't he? I mean, that was his whole thing, right? I don't know. I'll miss him anyway, even if he isn't the real Dave. I kind of feel bad for ever thinking of him as a less real version, actually. Yeah, he's me and exactly what I would be if I was a moping existential bird. So it's kind of embarrassing to even think or talk about. Okay? I guess it is sad, but you know, a lot of versions of me have died. Lots of versions of all of us, including you. Isn't what's important that certainly dubiously categorized iterations of ourselves are all alive and now are and hanging out? Oh, are all alive here and now hanging out. Yeah, that is what is important. I guess there will be time to reflect on everything that was lost later, like dead time clones and double dead ghosts or other such hogwash. Right now, I'm still so excited to see everybody. There's certainly wait, where did I just jump to? Yeah. Right now, I'm still so excited to see everybody. There's so much crazy stuff for us all to catch up on. I don't even know where to start. It's overwhelming. Don't stress over it. We still have some time to kill before shit starts getting real in this session. At least according to our Vriska in chief. What do you mean? All the bad guys are still just outside the Insifosphere. They won't converge here until a few hours or so. So let's all just sit back a while and shoot the shit. I do mean empty our chips into the shit. Like really pump that turd full of lead. Right up until she gets bossy again and commandeers our fly bro times with more shrill tactical extortions. Or exhortations? Extortions? What is this?
Exhortation.
Exhortation. There you go. Good old English language. Okay, that sounds great. Oh boy, fuck. We've hit back against the character screen, and that's fun. But what do we do? What do we do? I guess. Hmm. All right. I will do one or two of these, and then we're gonna have to end the session. So tell me about your ridiculous meteor journey. The Dave from the bad timeline told me some funny stories when we got together on the Greasy Hill planet. Or the Grassy Hill planet. But we weren't actually hanging out for that long, so I didn't hear much. Also, I'm mostly sure Vriska wasn't alive during their trip. Oh, well, let me tell you, Vriska was most certainly alive during this one. Like almost extra alive, if that's possible. Haha, I think I know what you mean. I guess some time with her when she was a ghost. I spent some time with her when she was a ghost, and let's just say her mortality status is she makes her presence hard to ignore. Yes, yes, I love this. Can we spend our whole reminiscence just destroying Vriska slightly above audible level? Slightly. Carcat, you only have one volume setting. Wow, fuck you. Okay, dude, maybe let's not spend our pal time trash talking circuit. If only because there's no way you're not getting repeatedly trounced exactly just like that. Yeah, you're right. Okay, I'll chill out. You're right, Dave, as usual. Wow, Carcat, for a funny shouty guy, you backed down on that really fast. I'm almost a bit disappointed. I was looking forward to more of your patented ravings. Hey, John Fuckbert. Round of applause for that one. John Fuckbert. Wonderful. Wonderful. Hey, John Fuckbert, I'll have you know that I'm a little more mature and reasonable than the last time you saw me. I'm a lot more than me. Holler Sponge one note. Oh, then Mr. Holler Sponge one note. And anyone who disputes this can cordially invite me to play their dirty seed flap like a discount harmonica. Is he threatening to eat ass? Let me just read that one more time. Anyone who disputes this can cordially invite me to play their dirty seed flap like a discount harmonica. I'm pretty sure he's threatening to eat ass. Don't threaten with a good time. Oh, well, I'm sold. Remind me to use that insult. Play your seed flap like a discount harmonica. Just. Yeah. Oh well, I'm sold. Seriously though, it's pretty cool to finally meet you. I mean, under more civil, rational circumstances. Unlike whatever the fuck that brief encounter was 3 years ago where you KO'd Vriska and then poofed your flimsy ass into the fuck all continuum. Also a weird threat, but whatever, we out here. I know I seemed really mad about that at the time for whatever reason, but really, I've had so many boring hours on that meteor to spend barely reflecting on the roughly 10,000 ways I don't give the slightest fuck about whatever idiotic twist of fate transpired back there. Okay, I'm completely over it. I'm over a lot of things, actually. You are? Yeah, like remember back when I was yelling at you all the time from my computer? Back when I probably would have felt nervous or awkward about this encounter? Because of, well, the implication? No, no. I was hitting on you briefly, and in a very confusing, non-chronological way, without ever quite without ever quite realizing how badly I was shoving my strut pod down your my. Wait, hold on. What? Without ever quite realizing how badly I was shoving my strut pod down my own statement tunnel. Is he sucking himself off now? Dude, I mean, until you mercifully and with fair amount of tact shut me down. Don't you remember? Maybe. How can you not remember that? I don't know, it was a long time ago, and we had a lot of ridiculous conversations. Okay, well, maybe it was a bigger deal for me than it was for you. I mean, obviously it was. That's sort of the whole point. But the real point is, or that I was trying to make, is that it isn't a big deal anymore because I'm over it. Carcat, what the fuck are you doing? What? I'm talking quite casually about some shit that's not a big deal. Not a big deal. And the point is that it's not a big deal anymore, so I'm just casually saying that. God. Okay, it's not an unreasonable conversation to have, but like, we just started friend jamming about past antidotes to get us all up to speed or whatever, and you're already trucking out these guns. Guns? What guns? Just saying, it doesn't sound that casual and no big deal. If you keep saying it's casual and no big deal, oh. And also, it's the first fucking thing out of your mouth to John in 3 years. Sorry. I'm so truly fucking sorry. I forgot there was such an outstanding smooth pile of shit in a cape within my judgment radius. No, I mean, I think I remember. I think you were black flirting with me or something, but in backwards order and while constantly yelling. And I didn't really even know what that was. And I told you I wasn't a homosexual, so it was kind of a moot point. But also, you didn't even know what that was either. Yes, that's basically what happened. And that is exactly what I was trying to say. I was over. And wasn't a big deal anymore. But now it's a big deal again, I guess. That's fucking great. Thanks, Dave. Yo, I'm hardly one to talk over here since I'm a goddamn geyser of hilariously self-pulverizing Freudian bloopers. At this point, I can't even pretend to keep a lid on any of the shit I've gotten. Ugh. Any of the shit I've got in me, because I know sooner or later during one of my rad soliloquies, you know what? Fuck it. Fucking pronunciation of a dumb word is soliloquies. I'll just pratfall butt backwards into an embarrassing admission, and I just have to be like, yeah, okay, that's my shit. That's what I'm about. Let's just go get the fuck on with our lives. So when John's like, hey man, and you're all locked and loaded with some stuff about how you're over him, and go on and on about it, it's like some way obvious protest too much shit. And everybody knows it, so I don't see how it salvages any of your dignity or whatever to pretend that's not what's happening. Oh my fucking god. So what I'm saying is, if you're so eager to push this out there, I'm not pushing this out there. If you're pushing this out there, which you are, then maybe we should rap about it. I mean, discuss it critically and earnestly, not drop ill rhymes or anything, though that could be sweet too. So, are you sure you still don't have these unreconciled black rom feelings about John? I say we air this out before it ferments into some rank and hella unexamined feeling sauce. I forgot how crazy this shit is. Anywho. Dave, I think you're making Carcat uncomfortable. Are you being a wise guy and trying to make us uncomfortable? No, I don't do that to bros. That's huge uncool. I don't see what has to be uncomfy about chatting out our true ass thoughts and emotions. Dude, you clearly had a spades thing for John, but I don't recall you ever bringing it up. Is this something you've been thinking about all this time, or no, not really? Yeah, we could have talked about this. I have all kinds of shit to say about John, seeing as he was my number one dude for approximately the majority of 13 years. The main dead end here, man, is like nothing personal at all. It's just that he is literally incapable of hating anyone. I know that. That is the exact fucking thing I knew and understood, and why I felt so stupid about it in hindsight. Well, not that I really want to egg on this train of thought, but I don't know if that's quite true. It's not. I can get really angry and hate stuff too, just like you, but I only think in extreme cases. The skull guy in suspender, I really got pissed off at. But I am 100% sure that hate was platonic. Getting pissed off at a suspender dude sounds like just the sort of yarn I want to be all ears for sometime. But okay, that's something to work with. Hey, Carcat, maybe there's some hope yet. Maybe it's not a total lost cause. Okay, Dave, it definitely sounds like you're trying to own us now. Own? What? No way. I'm being real as a motherfucker. Being able to hate things, I think, is the smaller part of that equation. What about the other part? Don't you think that's a little more significant? What part? The part about not being a homosexual. John, dude, I gotta say, when you talk about being or not being a homosexual, you kind of sound like a corny old man. What? Why? No, that's a normal way of putting it. I mean, it's a pretty normal thing to say, right? When that's how you are. Somebody fucking kill me. Oh, my phone is ringing. I cannot take this call because it would take too long. Yeah. What does normal even mean, though? Or what does normal mean, though? Normal was some crap that ruled our dead civilization. We left that behind years ago. It's all a huge pile of shit that doesn't matter anymore. Okay. So then you're saying, what are you saying? I'm not sure, I guess. ... I guess I guess what I'm saying is I don't think it's all as simple as you think it is, or maybe not like actively think it is, but continue to assume it is on account of not thinking about it much. Due to a lot of junk about the subject that gets shoved into our brains from movies and stuff while we were just dumb kids. I'm just saying it probably isn't as absolute or simplistic as the way you've been framing it. Or maybe it is, for you personally. I don't know. I'm just guessing you haven't spent much time thinking about it, if only because all the stuff we read and watched suggests that, like, even examining your honest thoughts about it is a perilous road to go down. Because if you actually think too much about it without without always having that undercurrent of, haha, nope, 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 then what happens? What if it turns out you're like not exactly the way you thought you were? Or maybe not so much that, as old presumptions about what you were turn out to be not that relevant. Why? Why are these words happening to our conversation? I don't know, man. Not sure what you've been doing the last 3 years, all riding a large boat then saving everyone from apocalyptic whatever. But I've had a fuck ton of time on my hands to think about stuff. About stuff I've said and done in the past, why I said and did them. A lot of things I once did would have insisted were like part of my brand and helped me come across cool and smartassy. Fucking there's so much phlegm. Why? What's happening to me? Alright. Yeah, where was I? But now I'm not so sure. We used to rip on each other all the time for being gay, even though we knew we weren't, which of course is what made it funny, remember? Yeah, I don't know. It was pretty funny sometimes. It was just a lot of joking around. Yeah, I know. It frankly is funny to say how gay something is sometimes, and let's face it, it's sometimes someone or something is just flat out really fucking gay. And there's no two ways about it. It's more like that through the preponderance of all that jokey shit is an underlying implication that it's all lame stuff for pansies. But not like us. No, we're not lame, and haha, that's the joke. Which thrives on this, like, double buried implication that the real cool shit is founded on this absurd, wanky ideal about masculinity, which, if you think about it, is 1. Dumb as fuck, 2. The male adulteration of masculinity to the extent to be honest, to that extent to be honest, is pretty fucking gay unto itself, and 3. Was always some totally impossible shit for us to live up to anyway. I think all that's mixed up with the same phony ideals about heroism, like living up to the storybook idea of what a hero is to me feels about interchangeable with living up to society's snapshot of what a hard manly dude should be. I stopped pretending I could ever live up to either thing a while ago, and mainly have spent time looking back on the sheer magnitude of all of my joking around. I used to lamb bass fuckers left and right, grinding them into the pavement over how gay they probably were and how much they were quite possibly jonesing to kiss some dudes or such. And I don't really feel bad about it in the sense that it was jerky or like insensitive necessarily, even though I guess it was, or it maybe was. More that I feel like it was probably transparent. A massive front of outrageous snark to disguise a lot of insecurity, like a fucking cover-up. As long as I kept clowning hard about it, I didn't actually have to think about it or face my actual beliefs. Dave, all that's cool and all, and I think I mostly agree, but, how do I put this? Are you gay now? What? No! The words, why won't the words stop? Dear God. I don't know, it sounds like you're trying to tell me something here. Man, no, look, I mean, it's okay if you're gay now. That's totally cool if true. I just think you turning gay would be kind of a weird consequence of me changing the timeline around. Okay, not weird, just unexpected. I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did that would account for that. Maybe saving one of Terezi's plush toys did some goofy homosexual butterfly effect thing on you. Jeez, who knows? Dude, you aren't listening, although a gay butterfly effect is a pretty funny idea. Let's not dismiss that as a concept altogether. Anyway, maybe what I'm trying to say is sorta getting lost in the weeds here. The fact that you were wondering if I turned gay makes me think maybe you're still not quite on the wavelength I'm trying to ramble on here. Maybe we should wrestle this topic to the ground another time. There's a lot more I would want to say, but this probably is not the venue. I mean, not literally wrestle to the ground, because that is maybe literally the gayest course of action we could possibly take, but you know what I mean. Yes, later, talk later, because then the words would stop. Oh, wouldn't that be lovely? That's fine. We can talk about anything you want anytime. I'm just still confused about what you're getting at is all. Like, what is the bottom line here? Are you actually attracted to boys now? Did you, like, date any boys? But there weren't even that many boys on the Meteor. Well, there's the clown guy, but I don't really see you and him. That really only leaves, were you and Cartcat? Are you and Cartcat, like, No, 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 no. I retreat to my safe place, and yet the words, the stupid fucking paddle jockeying like rowdy barn beast up against the partitions of good fucking sense and the most basic of personal boundaries, the goddamn blither of tactless nincompoops, how it continues to haunt my wretched ears, the words spill over the sides of this enchanted metal frog discus like a babbling spring in a mythical forest governed by a guild of gossip-hungry lobotomy hobbits. This dulge of words leaked from their incontinent crevices of two brainless gushing yammer twats. It overfloweth, oh how it overfloweth, sogging my gray practical pair of pants, the leggings of a simple man, a humble man. It continues its downward trickle, dousing my unremarkable shirt, the serviceable garment of your average Alternian Joe, chilling the frail torso beneath, a pathetic duffel of meat racked with heavy sobs caused by words which continue to drip and slulch and spill, threatening to drown me, pledging to, promising, and yet, I will not drown. Why won't I drown? Please let me drown. Let me drown so the words will be no more. Dave, I'm pretty sure we're making Karkat uncomfortable now. Yeah, maybe we should drop this. Okay. I don't know if you've ever picked this up from him, but he's a pretty sensitive guy. What? No. It's true. He's pretty much the easiest dude to rip on and makes for an irresistible target. But you also have to know where to draw the line. Really, don't want to actually, upset him. Yeah, me neither. What the fuck is he doing? Man, I don't know. That's just his regular shit, like an everyday occurrence, but with different bodily positions and geographic configurations. I see. Bro, will you get the fuck up here? No. Okay, suit yourself. Anyway, as you can see, I've been spending probably way too much time with the trolls. Haha, it messes with you, gets you thinking about stuff, you know? I can imagine. I think life was a lot more boring on the ship. But we talked about you all a lot. We would always wonder how you and Rose were managing to get along with all these crazy trolls. I think mostly we pictured a lot of arguments. That's not too far off. I'm still getting used to having such insane limitless powers that let me go anywhere I want. It's tempting to go to time periods like yours and find out what I missed. But I don't want to mess with too much anymore, since it seems like I got the timeline to a nice stable place as it is. So I guess I just have to do what any regular guy does, and imagine fondly what it would be like if I got to travel with you guys. I wonder if I would have gotten, absorbed in troll culture too, or troll ways of thinking. It's really inevitable. You pick up the lingo, they pick up yours. It's like a stupid cultural melange after a while that barely makes any sense from either frame of reference. I wonder if I would have learned to understand black romance. It's such a goofy idea, but it seems important to trolls. They take all their quadrants pretty seriously, to be honest. Yeah, years ago when we first met the trolls, I remember being pretty fascinated by all our cultural differences when Karkat and Briscoe were telling me about them. I remember really sincerely trying to understand it all from their point of view. God damn it, Windows. It's hard, though. I still think about the idea of black romance sometimes and I'm sorry. Yeah, still sometimes and try to imagine how that really works or feels. I don't know. Do you understand it? Nobody understands black romance. Yeah, I've spent enough time talking about it where I think I get it, but I've never had cause or any real inclination to put it into practice or anything. Mainly the idea of hating somebody and translating that into attraction, or some kind of romancy feeling. It feels so alien to me. And you're right, I have a really hard time even hating anyone in the first place. Word. I mean, I get annoyed by people, sure. Like who? Me? No, not really. Well, sometimes, but not much. I always tended to exaggerate my grievances with you for the sake of laughs. A better example is more recently when I was doing my retcon mission. I was getting really annoyed with Terezi and her mind games. Yup. It definitely never crossed the line to hate, though, because we were working together to try and fix a dire situation. And even though she's weird and insane, she's otherwise a pretty good friend. But all her needling and japes at totally inappropriate times when there is so much on the line, it was frustrating. So frustrating. Egbert, I have news for you. Whoa, he's back, all right side up and everything. I heard you talking about quadrants, so I decided to pause my tantrum. John, all you're doing here is describing the subtle feelings which plant the seed for having a caliginous crush on someone. What? You heard me. You are naively admitting to struggling with some black feelings. Some black feelings for Terezi. So there you go. Question answered. Turns out you are perfectly capable of black romance. No. A fair rebuttal, however, consider this counterpoint. Yes. But I don't hate her, and I'm sure I never will. I'm just saying I find her, somewhat annoying and really aggravating a lot of the time, but that's it. That's exactly what the feeling is. It doesn't start out as full-blown antipathy. Antipathy? Fuck it.
Antipathy.
Yeah, antipathy. Hooray. Hooray. And it barely even reaches such an extreme level of hostility, even over long-term black relationships. God damn. Anyway, just a lot of wording about black relationships here. There are peaks to it, but otherwise a general ebb and flow to the dark feelings, just like with flushed relationships. Okay, but I don't know if I'm expressing myself clearly. I felt aggravated by her a lot, but that doesn't fully describe, like, there were those negative feelings, but yeah, that's it, right there. The but is always part of it. What you're trying to say is you had frustrated negative emotions to her, but they don't comprehensively account for your attitude towards her. Meaning, here we go. There are some things about her that you actually like, but the negative feelings make it hard for you to put your finger on them or even want to acknowledge them. That is absolutely standard. What good would it be having a Kismesis who doesn't possess qualities you actually admired on some level? That would be boring, and it wouldn't even work. There'd be no tension, no push and pull in the turbulent emotional landscape. The subtle positives add fuel to the negative feelings, often giving them a reason to exist at all. They inflame the aggravating factors, reminding you deep down how much you would like and admire this person if it wasn't for all their infuriating flaws, and the incredible sense of frustration that causes, along with all the associated hot-headed feelings. That's the essence of black romance. God fucking, like... And the positive qualities you see deep down in a Kismesis, whatever. And the positive qualities you see deep down in a Kismesis also serve as the basis for red feelings toward that person, assuming the relationship ever starts to facilitate. It's all pretty straightforward, really. No, this is messed up. I don't know, John. It all sounds pretty logical to me. Carcat knows his shit when it comes to quadrants. Erg. It can't be true, though. It feels so fucked up. What if you're right, though? No. That's part of it, too. The no is all part of the feeling. That's how it always goes. That sense of self-incrimination when it's dawning on you that you have these complicated feelings towards someone who bugs you so much. Oh my god. This whole reaction is so fucking textbook. It's hilarious, really. It's fucked up, though. It's supposed to feel fucked up. Oh, man. I just wanted to have a nice catch-up chat, not get so transparently owned at the trollmances. Oh, I get it. It happens to the best of us sooner or later. This crap is kind of old hat to me by now. But I get why you're kind of freckling. What? Yeah. Freckling at the implications here. The implication, of course. You didn't have years of living with trolls to kinda normalize this stuff. I don't think I want it to feel normalized, though. I'm not ready to, admit that. I have some warped spades crush on her based on some feeling I don't understand and makes no sense to me. Uh-oh, I lost my wording. Wow, that sucks. Oh god, what if it's true? I have to try as hard as I can to suppress this feeling and make sure I never think about it again. Okay, sounds like a weenie thing to do, but sure, have fun with that. Fuck, yeah, probably, just... Please don't tell her about any of this, okay, guys? John, you don't have to remind us about one of the most fundamental statutes of the Bro Code, which is practically fucking scripture on my planet, dating back hundreds of millennia. Dave and I fucking sleep and breathe the Bro Code and all of its clauses, no matter how fine the print. Feel free to come and talk to us about this anytime. Your secrets will always be safe. Dude, the sentiment is well and good, but when you're pledging a vow of secrecy, maybe you should try to keep it down a little. Damn, yeah, sorry. This is really confusing, though. Assuming you're right and I am busted on having those feelings, and I'm not even saying you aren't, but... I thought humans weren't supposed to be able to feel stuff like that. Like what exactly? Like perceive and feel romantic stuff in the same way trolls do, because we're aliens to each other. Well, okay, humans can feel the gay stuff pretty often, I guess. I didn't think we could feel the spade stuff, though. I don't know, I just thought it was some screwy biological difference. Nah, I disagree. Both humans and trolls are emotionally versatile sentient beings that can feel many hells of different things. You're probably right. You would know better than me, at least. That's always a smart fallback position, by the way, especially on rap. I could school you on rap, too. Well, are you confused about rap? No, Dave, I think I'm pretty squared away on rap. At least for now. So, This has been a hells of a reminiscence so far. Or reminiscence. Yeah, seriously though. I wasn't actually intending to fork this, like, instantaneously in the direction of some, like, legitimately sincere dialogue on fucking sexuality and romance. I didn't plan on this, dude. You gotta believe me. I believe you. It's been cool though. Yeah. Did we cover everything? Probably not. Oh, right. You dated Jade for a while, so there's that. Whoa, what? I mean, Dave Sprite did. Oh. And of course, I mean, the one from my time. Obviously not the one from this time. Who died, I guess, before that happened. Right. Man, still seems just so sad. I mean, even when you fix things, not everything can be perfect. Yeah, so how'd that go? Me and Jade, or him and Jade? Okay, I guess. My sense was it was kind of dramatic overall. I'm not sure it was the best relationship, probably because of Dave Sprite's unique issues. Uh, hmm. But there were a lot of fun memories. I'll tell you about them sometime, maybe when Jade is awake, because I'm sure she'd want to know too. Yeah. Hey, hmm? The girl you came with, Rose's mom, Roxy. Yeah, what's she like? She's nice. Really nice. She's fun and easy to talk to. It almost feels like she's always been one of our friends, you know? Yeah, how long have you and she actually been traveling together? Not too long. We only met like a day ago, I mean, from my perspective. Huh? She's been through some really difficult stuff recently. Well, we both have, actually. But I feel like it was all a bit more personal for her. Being on her journey, then suddenly losing all her friends and watching Rose die right there while she'd been kind of viewing Rose as a version of her mom. I was just some goofball drifting randomly here and there between realities, so I was mostly just confused by everything. But for her, I could tell it was all really devastating. I'm so happy she gets to be with Rose again, not to mention all her other friends. For some reason, I feel happier for her getting to reunite with people she lost than I do for myself. It sounds like you like her. I do. No, I mean actually like her. Oh, uh, hmm. I don't know. Maybe? Wow, dude, after one day, maybe you could slow your roll. I didn't say I did, though. I'm joking. It's fine. Who cares? Oh, okay. She's my mom, isn't she? Man, I'm not sure if we should keep talking about all our relations that way. Why? It's kind of weird. Is it? Dot dot dot. Do you feel weird about dating my mom? Is that it? I'm not dating her though. But if you did, then wouldn't you want to think of her like that because of the familiar weird times it invokes? Jeez, I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready for every single deep conversation we can squeeze into this wacky rapid fire session of fun pal talk. Okay, but I think I like thinking of her as my mom, even if it's a little weird. You do? Why? Not sure. I never even stopped and thought about it before. The idea of what it would be like to have a mom instead of a hyper aggressive lunatic of an adult male guardian. I never let myself give it a second of consideration, but now, seeing her actually here, even though she's not just some teen, or even though she's just some teen girl I never met, I like the idea. It's nice. Dot dot dot. Okay, that's actually kind of cute. Yeah, I guess it kind of fucking is. Alright, well, no matter what happens, it's okay with me if you want to think of her that way. Sweet. And with that, we return to our multiple choice situation, which means I'm going to go now because it's been an hour and I don't know how much time I have left, so I gotta go do some shit. Thank you for tuning in and enjoying. And the next iteration, we'll be eating shrimp or something. No, we won't. We won't. We'll be continuing with the second conversation between Rose, Roxy, and Kanye. Or not Kanye, Miriam. So, yeah. Ciao. Goodbye. Have a good one.